Hello, everyone. How are you? This is Kim from Dorothy's Daughter, and you have reached my channel. I don't know if that first part caught, so I'm just going to start over. Hi, everyone. This is Kim from Dorothy's Daughter. Welcome to my channel. I have been away for a little while, and I'm going to get into that, but I wanted to catch up with everyone, see how everyone was doing, what you're sewing, little bit of what's going on in the sewing world, and also just kind of update you on what life has thrown at me in the last, um, well, 2.5 years, but the last 4 months especially. So yeah, I'll just start with seeing who's here. I see Liz and Angela. Hi, Ivy. Good to see you here. And I see Amy and Diana here. Thank you guys for being here. I see some people haven't identified themselves, but hi everyone. Um, so lots going on in the sewing world. Let's talk about that first, because I don't want to get into serious. I mean, nothing's wrong. Don't start thinking there's something really wrong, but I just want to update you with why I had a little absence. But what's going on in the sewing world? I heard that it's really all over the internet today that Joanne was sold over the weekend to a liquidator. So Joanne Fabrics will be no more. So that is something that we have to deal with, possibly having to stick with not much local, most of us. Hobby Lobby's about all for me, Walmart. So I don't know what you guys have close to you. There are a few quilt shops around, but they don't carry the kind of stuff I buy usually. I do very rarely do any quilts. So I do them sometimes, but um, mostly I buy apparel fabric. So, you know, I'm not going to find that at a quilt shop. But maybe they'll start carrying some, who knows. But that's going to really make it interesting for everyone who's afraid to buy online. So I hope to help you guys with that in my future planning. I buy most of my fabric online, so I hope to help you by helping you even create a swatch collection of substrates so that when you order uh, denim that's got 3% spandex, you know exactly how much that's going to stretch. Just you can do that, and then it isn't so scary to order online. So I just want to help you with that. And yeah, so that's what's going on in the sewing world. Not a whole lot, I guess, else. Sales have not been, the advertised sales specials haven't been that great. Even over the holidays, I didn't buy a lot after Christmas this year. I don't know if you did, but share. What are you sewing? What's your current project, and what are you? Maybe also what are you reading? Because as you know, I'm a big fan of books. So yeah, that's another thing I dropped the ball on was our book club, and you'll understand why after you hear what the last 4 months has been like. I hope you will understand anyway. Let's see what everybody's saying here. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Brenda and Libby. Thank you so much, you guys. I'm so excited to be hanging out with you guys. You have no idea. It's just, yeah, I'm really happy. And you guys feed me. Um, and I should, I need, the lives are part of what makes this channel helpful for me because it's friendship. So I never should have stopped them, the frequent lives. I need to do them more often. So if nobody else, just for me. um, but yeah, Angela, Brenda Depew. Thanks, you guys, for being here. Teresa, Pat. Thanks, you guys. Um, so another thing, well, this is just chit chat. Well, while we wait for other people to come in. But I saw a movie this morning that tore my heart out. I mean, take tissue, but also know it's one of the best movies I've ever seen because it touched every single emotion. I literally cried my eyes out and laughed my insides out as well. And that was The Unbreakable Boy. So if you get a chance to see that movie, it is amazing. I was in love with that little guy and I was in love with his family by the end. And just what a family can do together if they just persevere. So, if anybody else seen that movie, I'd love to hear what you think. I guess it was a book. I don't know how I missed that. I think I might even get it out of the library and read it. Um, but yeah, it's a wonderful movie. Oh, Ivy says she's reading a good devotional, 40 Days in the Wilderness by Kelly Isaacs, and she got it on Amazon. So, um, nice. I haven't seen that one. I'll have to check it out. My devotions, I've been doing, I don't know if your churches have it, but we have Right Now Media, or at least my old church did, and I still have access to it. Um, and I'm doing a thing called Revive School on there, and it actually just goes through verse by verse of whatever chapter you're reading of the Bible. So I'm in Exodus, which is not an easy book to get through, but I'm plogging through. Plogging, is that a word? Um, oh no, Diana says her hubby was in ICU for 18 days. Oh, I'm so glad you're home. She said she's finally home and recuperating. Diana, yeah, I'm so happy that you're even able to get on here with us today. Please send your hubby our best, and I'm glad he's, recuperating and hopefully doing well. Um, guess if he's home, hopefully that means he's doing well. And Teresa, she's working on spring and summer dresses. That's wonderful. Cotton lawn and cotton spandex knit. Ooh, nice. I love it. Very cool fabrics. Um, Angela's sewing men's shirts, and I've seen some of them on Facebook. They're really good. You guys check out Angela's Facebook if you haven't. She sews really nice men's shirts. Um, yeah, thank you guys. So my sewing project right now is kind of fun, actually. I am working on mermaid costumes for the Little Mermaid. So I'm doing Ariel and her sisters, and one of my granddaughters is one of the sisters. So makes it extra special for me. And the this is a Christian homeschool co-op putting on the musical. So, we wanted it to be modest mermaids, which are not easy to find. And so I kind of, well, I didn't really design it, I guess. I kind of pulled patterns and found something suitable. So I will keep you posted. I think I might do a series on how that goes if I can get permission from the moms to share. I need permission before I can do that. Otherwise, I will show you in a live or something that, with heads chopped off or something. But if I can get away with it, if they will let me use images without names and, then I will do a whole series on it. So, oh, Linda finished another Love Notions Resolution yoga pants. Those are great. I love them. I live in those during the week, just around here. I do. Um, but yeah, I will. You know what? I wonder if I can share. Let me see. Let me see if I can share a drawing I did of the mermaid costumes. Do, 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 do. Okay. Recents. Okay. I don't know if this is going to work or not, but I'll try. I'm coming to you from my family room today because I just thought I felt like being cozy. It's a beautiful day outside. Gorgeous. It's in the 50s. It's a very rare winter day. It feels like spring today. I'm looking and looking and looking. You know what? I'm just going to do it this way. I'll just find it and show you this way. Mermaids, where are you? Here we go. This is what I have designed for the mermaid costumes. Whoop. So, and I want to put some kind of shoulder detail on them, but that'll be the basic that'll be the basic outline of them. And then I'm using a sparkle organza like overlay on the top over satin, and then the skirts will be satin and organza. There'll be a organza ruffle on top of the satin ruffle, and I'm hoping to do. I'm thinking I might actually do drape some of the organza like in a shoulder detail almost. Let me know what you think. At least for Ariel, if not for all of them. And with Ariel, I'm still in search of actually some mermaid print organza with like scales on it. So if I don't find it, then I'm probably going to stamp it or paint it. And that's my thought, is I will just paint some details with my inks or fabric paint or whatever. I could probably make a stamp and then just stamp the fabric. That's the only thing I can think of doing. So yes, it's going to be a blast to do. And I'm real excited about them. So have you guys done costumes for anything like that? And you have any tips, let me know. I'm also going to be altering a lot of spring formal dresses again. I have teenage granddaughters, so that's that's what happens. Yeah. So I'll tell you a little bit about what's been happening. I want to get a picture to show you something first. Favorites. This has to go way back. Way, way back. Sorry, I had this all, and I messed myself up because I had it pulled up, and then I messed it up because I brought up the mermaid thing. Oh, I had it here. Okay. Let me just search. I want to tell you about my new year. Let's see if I can pull this online or not. Okay, there it is. So, this was my life. I don't know if I could say this without crying. This was my life 2.5 years ago. And um, let me catch up to live here so I can. Anyway, this is my life 2.5 years ago. And oh, wait a minute. That wasn't the one. That's not the right picture. Sorry, guys. That only had one of them on there. I have, oh, here we go. There we go. That was my life 2.5 years ago. Two beautiful, beautiful dogs, wonderful husband, loved my life. I was happier than a woman should ever be. And then I lost my husband, as you know, in May of 22. So going back over the last 2.5 years, a few short months later, I lost his mom, who was very close to me. And then a few months after that, I lost his sister, which was probably one of my best friends in the world. We went to nursing school. We were more than sister-in-laws. We were more sisters than sister-in-laws. And then oh, I forgot one. 6 days after my husband, I lost my sister's husband. So I lost a brother-in-law, mother-in-law, sister-in-law. This is all in, cramped within just several couple months, really. I mean, no, I guess it was within about 9 months. And then in shortly thereafter, I lost my sister, which was really hard. We were close, really, really close when we were young. We hadn't seen each other a lot as adults. She had a botched surgery, basically. Had open wounds everywhere. Was really trying to fight, really trying to fight. But right at the end, when she was finally starting to turn a corner a little bit, we found out she had leukemia. So she fought, but after that, she didn't fight as hard, and she succumbed. And we lost her. It was unexpected, but not surprising, I guess is what I would say. All of these losses have been shocking, except for my mother-in-law, who was 93, and my sister. And then, as you know, I'm super close to my brother and my sister-in-law in Texas, and we lost Norma. And that was tough. That was in January. And that one was also not a surprise. She had suffered with Parkinson's for many, many years. So I was fortunate that I went down to see them as often as I did. I went down for New Year's. When I first got there, she was pretty good. She was able to go to dinner and things like that, sit up at the table. By the time I left, she was on hospice, and I was only there 5 days. And so then I came back and turned around and went back for a funeral. So those were the the people deaths. So that, if you're counting, that's my husband, mother-in-law, and 4 siblings. So then in October, this was a shock because she was really good. We were walking, everything. My little well, let me go back to that picture. These are my 2 dogs. And you know I love my dogs. But the white one, Minnie, she was 9, and one day she just started throwing up and couldn't get up, and I had to take her to the emergency vet. And she was full of cancer. So they said her liver looked like Swiss cheese. So we, unfortunately, well, not we, because I had to make this decision by myself, although my son was with me and he was very supportive. So I had to say goodbye to, and you can see who she's cozied up to there. My husband was her person, so losing her was extra hard. But then it was just me and Irie, the golden one. And I lost her a few weeks ago. And she was 12, so she had a good long life. But uh she just couldn't get up, and she had what they call old dog syndrome, with was like a vestibular incident where she was, they said it was like a lot like vertigo, the symptoms, but they said they treated her. I brought her home and she didn't get better. And the vet said it may be a brain tumor. So um, I was trying to nurse her back to health, but one night she was couldn't get up, but she was out here. I was sort of tried to make her comfortable, and I went into bed and she was barking, and weakly but barking, and she just wouldn't stop. And so I brought my pillow out here and laid on the couch and turned on my fireplace, because I have an electric fireplace. And um I woke up and I dozed off at some point, and when I woke up she was gone. So I've had to say goodbye to my two beautiful dogs who got me through all of that stuff. I know they're just dogs, and I'm sorry. I don't mean to be whiny. I'm not. Believe me, I'm fine. I'm fine because but there's only one reason I'm fine, and that's because I have faith in Jesus Christ. And that's the only reason I'm fine. But it was very hard to say goodbye to her, especially because she's always been my dog, and she got me through so so much. So, it's just me now. And my kids, of course, they don't live here. I'm in this house by myself now. So, I will be getting a puppy very soon. And I'm not gonna tell you what the name's gonna be, because but just it's gonna be sewing related. And I'm looking for a Cavapoo. So if you know any breeders in the Midwest, please let me know. And anyway, I didn't mean to make that sound like, whiny, but it's very hard to get on camera when all you want to do is just curl up in a ball and cry. So it's taken me a little while, and I apologize. Um, I don't know why the dogs were just so hard, but they were. They wouldn't have been hard if I hadn't been through all that other stuff too. And then Norma was really hard. So, but today's a new day with no mistakes in it, as Anne of Green Gables used to say. And hope to, I even wondered, should I give up on the channel? And the funny thing about God, he'll send you messages, And the fact that my subscribership grew this whole time when I wasn't doing anything means that there's a there's a place for my voice out there, I think. So I don't think I'm done with it yet. So expecting me to hopefully, I'm not gonna say, that something's not gonna happen, because I mean I've thought now for like 4 times that, okay, I'm gonna go get back to it and get the channel going as good as it was before, and then something else would happen. So, but hopefully now I will be able to. And I apologize for the tears, but there's hope in these tears. I want you to know that. They're not tears of, oh, poor me, or anything like that. It's just It's just emotional and hard for me to admit that I just didn't care for a little while because it just couldn't take anymore. But anyway, I'm gonna read what what you guys are. If you guys haven't all left me at this point, sorry. Oh no, your entire view is Teresa's view is freezing. Is anybody else freezing? Audio was in and out. Oh no, I'm sorry. Can you hear me now? My uh thing on here is good. I don't know what happened. Teresa, you did sewing for performances as well. Good. And let's see. Oh, hi. Hello, H. Sawyer. I apologize for this is not how I usually am. I'm usually bubbly and happy and sewing, sewing, sewing. So I apologize for uh hijacking for a little bit to just I just felt you guys owed were owed an explanation of why I haven't put out a video in 4 months. Um Cowl effect would be pretty. Very pretty. You're right, Amy. Amy suggested that. Well, audio is not good. That's weird because this is showing me the levels are good. Can you hear me now? It might be because I was looking away. Can you hear me now? So, anyway, I will be getting a puppy really soon, and I hope I hope it might be this guy. I'm looking at this one. Oh, I think he's on here. I think he's on here. So you couldn't hear. I'm so sorry, you guys. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, they've got to go back to the recents here. Recent pictures. Okay. Nope. It's not on here. Okay, so let me show you here. Huh. Okay. I apologize, you guys. Okay. He's worth it, believe me. He's worth waiting for. If everything works out, I might be bringing this little guy home. Look at those blue eyes. Is he the cutest? So if I do, I will introduce him to you all. I'm so excited. I can't stand it. Oh, Teresa, that's one of the nicest things anyone said to me. She said, I think your channel is one of your purposes here on earth. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. So, all right. Everybody says it's been fine except for a few people. I apologize for any audio problems you're having. Everything looks good on my end, so I don't know. The internet is squirrely. That if I've learned anything, it's that over the years. So I'm going to bring this up here where I can see him better. Yeah, isn't he the cutest? I'm so excited. Yeah. So I would say I take suggestions for names, but I already have one and it's a good one. So And I'm not going to share it till I get him because I may or may not be that puppy. It's one that I'm looking at right now. Um, there's a few things I have to check out. I kind of wanted a girl, but um, he just took my breath away with those blue eyes. So, and I have to investigate, the breeder and make sure everything is cool on the parents of the dog and all that. So, the blue merle cavapoo is kind of rare, um, and a blue-eyed one is even rarer. So, a cavapoo is one of the designer dogs, like any of the doodles, and it's a Cavalier King Charles Spaniel and Poodle mix. And I wanted a Cavalier King Charles Spaniel because my vet told me they were small dogs with golden retriever personalities. But the more I looked into it, the more I kept hearing about how they all have um, heart problems a lot. And I just said goodbye to two dogs. I don't want to have to do it prematurely with this one if I can help it. So I'm not going to knowingly go into something like that. Some sources say that it's literally all of them, and some end up on medication and they're fine, but I don't want to take that chance. So by doing the mixed breed, it pretty much eliminates that risk. So um, I'm yeah, and so the Cavapoos have that same laid back lapdog, disposition, and without, being hyper like some doodles are. Like my daughter's dog, she has a golden doodle, and that dog is an eternal puppy. Only he's a very large eternal puppy. So, um, yeah. So I could not I would do another golden retriever in a heartbeat. But realistically, at my age, I'm 67. And realistically, if I don't have a man to help me get it to the car, to take it to the vet if it's sick. This I learned with my girls, which I never would have gotten rid of, but they really were too much for me to take to the vet by myself when they were sick and things like that. So I wanted a dog that I don't have to depend on someone else if something happens. So yeah, I'm decided that's the breed I landed on. Although my mind is open in case, if I find a dog that I fall in love with, my mind could be changed. But I thought about a rescue, but I kind of just, I love the puppy stage and I kind of want to experience that again. So, anyway, um, oh, her son has a new Aussie poo. Oh, Brenda Lindsay. She says her son has a new Aussie poo and she has the bluest eyes. Oh, how beautiful. Oh my goodness. Yes, Teresa, I hope he's meant to be with me also. Then the lady was so nice and yeah, so she can't hold him for me while I decide and get things together. There's a few things, financially that I have to get together. This last couple months has financially been extremely draining, especially since my channel has not been contributing very much to my income like it was. And then I had to travel for my sister's funeral, my sister-in-law's funeral, and so and I had over $2,000 in vet bills and that. So, but I'm not here to whine about that. But because of that, I have to get some finances together before I get my puppy. So it wouldn't be right to go get him and not have the money for the first vet visits and this spay or neuter and all that stuff that is, well, that doesn't get done right away, um but all those things. And I just I don't want to be irresponsible and until I have enough saved up. I'm gonna have to buy a whole new, crate and all that stuff because everything I have is big dog. So I'll be I'll be I'll be shopping and I'll be like one of those annoying dog people in just a little while. I mean, I always was kind of, but big dogs are different, You don't buy clothes for them or anything, but he's I'll be sewing for this puppy. uh, I can hardly wait either, Angela. Yeah, he will keep me busy. But hopefully, I'm hoping like maybe I can get one of those little puppy playpen areas that can be his little spot in my sewing room. And, so that he doesn't feel like he's away from me. Um, yeah, I'm not gone very much, so I don't, I having a puppy doesn't seem like it's gonna like keep me away from doing anything. I About the only place I ever go is Bible study, church, out to eat with my friends. So I don't think it's gonna be hard. So, oh, Gracie Joy. Yes, I love Angela has the cutest little corgi. She's she's so cute. Yeah. Yes, Ivy had to leak that she knows the name. I did tell her, but I'm not it's a good one. That's all I'm gonna say. So anyway, my plans for the channel, a couple videos that I'm tossing around in my head, maybe even probably not this week, but early next week. I'm looking forward to doing where to shop online now that Joann's is closed. That's something that I would really I did one a long time ago on online fabric shops, but there's so many new ones and I've shopped at some that I didn't shop at before. So I'd like to update that. Um, I would like to do, I did the 24 things, my most watched video ever. 24 things you need in 2024. I don't know why, but people love those kind of videos. I need to update that for 25. So that's something I'll be doing. Um, and that is kind of a shameless, paid promotion kind of thing with, being an Amazon influencer, but you kind of need that to keep a channel going. You need to have it pay a little bit so that you can do all the other things that don't get as many clicks. So, I'll just say that to my live friends up front. You have to do some of that in order to have the money to buy the fabric and do the things to keep a channel going. So, um, let's see, another one that I was thinking about this before my dog died in October. I was thinking of doing I was going to do you got a projector for Christmas thing and, do just a whole thing on how to use a projector, which I still will do. But obviously it won't be that you got one for Christmas because it's a little late for that. But I want to do something with projectors. So those are just things I'm tossing around. I even thought about bringing back Friday Sewing School um, and redoing that whole thing with beginning sewing lessons from This is a Needle, and if you've ever watched my old videos, it was very, very basic. And we did a skirt, um, a tank dress. We did the Cadence by Love Notions, which was but the sleeveless version, just as a learn how to sew wovens. And then we did a knit t-shirt. And then we talked about some advanced techniques as we go along. And then I got to doing other, mostly everything was advanced and I kind of, didn't call it Friday Sewing School anymore. But I think that I might redo that, revisit it and, update it. And I've got better equipment and stuff like that now than I did. Today, I'm just sitting here in my living room, basically just filming myself sitting on the couch here. So, but it takes better equipment to film those kind of things, and I can do that now better than I could when I was first doing it. So yeah, those are some of the things I'm thinking about. And yeah, let me see your responses. That's all right. You're fine, Ivy. I didn't think it. She said she shouldn't have said that, but that's fine. Yeah. Um, Thank you, so H. Sawyer. You're right. I did not want to have a dog with health problems because my heart's already torn outside of my chest. So that cute puppy that I showed you is a Cavapoo. So um, yeah. Thank you, Therese. Therese, Cultured Pearl. You're working on shirts and dresses. Have no idea why, but I want the challenge. Awesome. Always good to have a challenge. All right. Oh, hi, Karina. Nice to see you here. Yes, I'm really happy to just be sharing with you guys. And thank you for understanding my absence. I'm sure I lost some people, but hopefully I'll gain them back um, as I go, build things back up again. Um, so yeah, I think every now and then it's probably kind of good to have a reset. So here I am trying to reset everything. It's been a crazy 2.5 years. My life doesn't look anything like it did. So um, just I'm not out editing out my ums and ahs and all that stuff today, so I apologize. I say it a lot and I try to edit them out usually, but with lives, they just are. Um, I did not make my t-shirt, but this is one of the ones in my merch shop. So I did design it, but it's from the my merch shop that's should be down under the thing. Let's see. Yes, Zelda wanted to know about projector sewing. Yes, I hardly ever use paper patterns anymore. Rarely do I ever pull out a paper pattern. I pretty much always use my projector at this point. I've learned it's not super easy unless you have to learn the programs before you can do the adjustments on like Affinity Designer, which is what I use, or Illustrator. But once you like figure out how those tools work, it's almost the same as doing them on paper, except it's more exact because there's a little ruler thing. So I think there's probably no reason for me to ever use paper at this point. Um, I've done full bust adjustments, narrow shoulder adjustments, all kinds of things um, with the just using the software. So projectors are easier than ever with a few new software things that are on the market out there. And I'll cover them in a video, but there are some extremely generous people who have donated their time to make that easier for us and for only donations. So one of my goals is to, you know, help her out, as much as I can by telling people about her. It's Pattern Projector, and it's an amazing software, just amazing. It's a web-based thing, and it's incredible. It takes all the guesswork out of calibration completely. I even had my table crooked, and I was able to calibrate it by basically telling the program that my table was crooked. I mean, it's just crazy. So, yeah, it's pretty good. Um, thank you. Yes, Cavapoo is Cavalier and Poodle mix. So that's what I'm getting. So probably sometime in April I'll have that puppy I showed you is only 4 weeks old, so won't be ready to go home until right around St. Patrick's Day or later. So um but I'm only looking at puppies right now that are about 3 to 4 weeks old because I've got some things I need to do around here first, and I've gotta um gotta get ready for my new little man or girl. I wanted a girl, but now I'm kind of thinking I really like the idea of having a little man around, make him little bow ties and stuff. Anyway, and my other exciting news, which is a lifetime dream of mine, is that my brother and I are now both widowed, and we booked a trip to Israel together. So I cannot wait to go. I know things aren't great over there right now, but they're getting better. And it's not till October. And we're going with Joshua Aaron, who is a worship leader in Israel. So he's local, he knows what to do. It's not like an American tour person taking a bunch of Americans over there. He is actually Israeli, and he knows where not to go and things like that. So, um, yeah, I'm very excited, and I think what I've heard is it's basically safer over there than it is to walk in downtown Chicago. So, um, I it's a lifelong dream. I can't even I just have to pinch myself when I even think about going. So, got some exciting things coming up. So, and this channel building back up again is high on that list. So, all right. Yes, Angela, so many exciting things. Yes, uh, Lanana Yvonne. I think you're Yvonne, right? I'm not sure. But yes, I use my projector and I have not ever looked back either. I was only printing pieces that I had to adjust on paper, but now I don't even do that. So, and I will show the adjustments that I know and I'm learning all the time. I mean, like we have to keep learning or we don't grow. So, um, I said all that stuff and I forgot to even put in there that I had two major back surgeries too. It's almost laughable how much stuff happened in the last 2.5 years, but I think there's just good things ahead. So, and if not, God is still good. So, so yeah. Anybody have anything they want to share? Oh, you know what? You say you're terrible with technology, but you probably aren't as terrible as you think because you're on here chatting. So you must be a little bit tech savvy, right? It's not that hard, honestly. Um, yeah. Hi, Lynn. Good to see you. Awesome. Yes, I cannot wait. So just before I go, and this is I don't want it to sound self serving, but I wanted to just say a couple ways that you could help the channel. There's always the YouTube ways, with chats, the super chats and all those things, but I've never pushed those, but they are there. The merch shop underneath is another way. And just liking, sharing the videos, commenting on the videos, even if it's just a hi, Kim, it's okay. It's still a comment. Even if it's a negative comment, it still helps. So that's what the algorithm looks for, is just that people are watching and commenting and liking and sharing. So yeah, that's how you can help the most. So yeah, let's make this a really good year. Um, I think the rest of 2025 is going to be a good year. So anyway, well, with that, I'm probably going to sign off soon. It's almost 5, and I've got a couple things I need to get done before it gets dark outside. Believe it or not, it's 51 today, so I'm trying to get like my porch cleaned up and things like that because um, with everything going on in the fall, I didn't get all the leaves off of it and things like that. So I want to get out there while it's still light and it's 51. It's only 51. I mean, it is 51 degrees here, which is crazy in February. I mean, I'm in Michigan. So, um, but I'm gonna take advantage of the thing. So anyway, with that, I'm gonna say goodbye. And I love chatting with you guys. I hope this wasn't too um I didn't want this to be a downer because it's over and I'm good. I'm okay. And like I said, there's only one reason for it, and that is because of my faith in Christ. Now, in this video, that's all I'm going to say about that. However, I'm going to make a video, and it's meant to give people hope. So if you don't like to hear about the Bible, don't click on it. I'm just going to tell you. It's going to be called Life Interrupted, and I'm going to tell people how God pulled me out of all of that. So, you know, some of you I know are people of faith, and I love that, but I'm just going to unapologetically share my faith in that video. So, if you don't like that, it's okay. Don't watch. But I'm not going to take it down, okay? So, anyway, that's just something I feel I need to do, because you don't go through those things without having a purpose. And one of the purposes, I think, is to help other people going through the same thing, so, or similar things. So anyway, that's all I'm going to say about that. And I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. And let me just check the comments and make sure I'm not missing any questions. 61 in Illinois. Wow, I love it. I love that too, Zelda. She reads a scripture at the end of all her videos. Yeah, I used to have a scripture on the wall behind me, but I don't live in the same house anymore. Thank you, Sawyer, for being here. I know you said it was your first time. Thank you for being part of us today. I hope you come back. Yes, you can buy me a coffee for a puppy. That's sweet, Yvonne. Yes, you can. I still have yes, you can buy me a coffee, and I put it toward the puppy too. Angela, it was great to see you as well. It's 50 in Billings, Montana. Holy cow. Thank you, Pearl. Thank you very much. Oh, Zelda, I'm going to have to figure out where you are in Ohio. What city are you in? I am actually in Temperance, Michigan, which is basically still the Toledo area. So it's just over the line. I'm an Ohio girl all the way. Oh, Brenda, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Outfit of the day. Yes, I can do that. I may sew for Israel too. That's probably, I was going to do that for, I went to South Dakota to the Black Hills in August, and my thought was to sew for that, but then there was so many things going on. I never My sister was getting really sick at that point, and I never got a chance to do it. I ended up wearing t-shirts and jeans the whole time anyway. But all right, well, you guys have a wonderful day. Be looking for a video for sure next week. Um, and yeah, let's forge ahead. I love you guys so much from the bottom of my heart. Happy sewing. Feels good to be saying that again. Happy sewing. All righty. Thank you.